The place where I find the material for my pieces is absolutely central to my work. The sense of place, the sense of belonging. For me, to have an image of where I extracted the timber is critical, and we've spent the last couple of hours walking around this farm, looking at holly, and I've got a sense of which is going to be in my mind when I'm making the piece. And around here, you know, you've got a mature coppice here with tall ash trees that have been coppiced a long time ago, and you've got smaller hawthorns, and you have holly, which is what I'm interested in today. So I hope that the provenance, the sense of place, the origin will come through in the final piece. This particular batch of timber I haven't had carbon dated, but there is a piece I made earlier on when I was working with bog oak which did get carbon dated, and it was carbon dated at 4,500 to 5,000 years old. It is a bit like preparing a pastry or something. It fell as an enormous oak tree, and it became submerged in the fens and has been underground, underwater for that long. I do pin at the top because I like the steel detail. As the demands on the land have increased in terms of food production, the cultivators move in, and the tines on the cultivators snag a tree and they can't move, and apparently sometimes they snag one end of a tree and you can see the ground moving 100 foot further down the field, and they pull it out. Sometimes they are enormous trees, and they pull it out and it's sopping wet, and this has been drying for like a year and a half, and then once a year he hires a mobile sawmill, and then I cut it up, and because I cut it so thin it dries quite quickly, and then it's in, yeah, and then we're sort of ready to go. But for here, I'm just doing it. I'm trying not to think about it too much. But it's starting off like that is really difficult. Starting in a very loose way is difficult, but there are so many subconscious decisions that you make. I must learn to stop trying to, you know, anticipate what it's going to end up like.